Ever since I first got into cinematography, I would study everything that all the pro cinematographers would do, and then try to simplify that for myself to save time and a lot of money while still getting the same result. And on set, time is money and money is time. And so here are 4 cinematography tricks that I learned that saved me thousands of dollars and that I use on every single film set, especially when I have a small crew or a low to no budget. This first lighting setup changed how I light everything. So if you want a nice soft light for the cheapest way possible and the fastest way possible, and even in super tight spaces, this is what I do. Start with clipping or taping any diffusion cloth like muslin or even a bed sheet onto any matte style light and then just let it drape down. But make sure the light is tilted down so it lights up the entire cloth. And this is especially useful if you want to motivate a light coming from above because it gives you a nice gradient down while still filling in the raccoon eyes.
Now drink.
This second trick I started using all the time, which is bouncing a light into a piece of muslin or pieces of muslin, which is just a cheap fabric that you can get at any fabric store, but filmmakers use it all the time because it gives a really nice soft look. But there are 2 ways you can go about this. First, you can clip 3 pieces of muslin onto 3 light stands and then bounce 3 separate lights into the muslin, and it allows you to control the intensity of each light and create a fully controlled horizontal gradient of light. Or you can use this trick that I started using on every single car scene, which is you take 1 big piece of muslin, clip it onto 2 light stands, and then bounce a light into the muslin. And this creates a huge, beautiful soft light on each character's face that normally you would spend thousands of dollars for on a huge film set. And this gives you a high budget look for a fraction of the price. This third one I call the diaper, and it made me stop wasting any more money on big softboxes. If you want a soft overhead light with the smallest footprint possible and without spilling all over the place, you can use this cheap DIY trick instead. First, again, grab some fabric from any fabric store and clip or tape it to any matte style light so that it droops like a little diaper. But to make sure the light is controlled, grab a black piece of fabric and put it around the area that you want to block off. And here's what you get. Finally, this next one completely changed how I make book lights. A book light is when you diffuse a bounced light source to get a super pleasing and soft look. But it's usually a pain in the ass to set up if you don't have enough crew, money, time, or space. So that's when I do this instead. Clip any diffusion cloth on the top of a bounce board and angle the bounce board at 45 degrees. In this case, we used a piece of foam core for the bounce board, and then we used a platypus clamp and a C-stand to hold it up. And then you just put your little light right underneath, and there you have the upside down book light.
To do.
And if you found any of these tricks useful, make sure to leave a like and subscribe for more, and thank you for watching.